it over. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We was having some technical difficulties getting the live kicked off. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We are on I-20 West in Clyde, Texas. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Just had to reconfigure and redo this shit. Because things wasn't acting right. Do apologize for the technical inconvenience. Get the live back together here. The fun of it all here in the Texas sun. Friggin' 38 degrees this morning here in Texas. 75 and nice all day yesterday and 38 degrees this morning. Have mercy. Hell, I went to bed last night with the air conditioner on, wound up turning it off, then wound up turning the heater on. We are on 20 West, headed towards El Paso. I had a little technical issues with the message side of my live a while ago. That's why we had to just completely start over. Normal dumb shit with these media platforms. We slept in a little bit. So hopefully this down morning traffic has died down through Abilene, Sweetwater, Odessa, Midland, and all that. Still going to have to deal with a little bit of construction this morning, but it is what it is. Yeah. Well, hello back to Armenia. How you doing? Now we got everything together, we can get this day kicked off. I told everybody yesterday in the yesterday live, give me some room, you dumb shit. Fuck you, tell that to the dumbass that cut us off, you stupid bitch. You so goddamn smart, AI camera. Artificial intelligence, there ain't nothing intelligent about it. Dumb as a bag of bricks. These stupid motherfuckers just got all that open highway and they in such a hurry to cut right in front of somebody. You got a gas pedal, give it a little bit of gas. Trucks 2 or 3 car lengths before you just jump over in front of them. There's no cop out here that'll write you a ticket for being in the left lane an extra few seconds to get in front, to get around the big truck. I mean, regardless of the fact, it takes me a football field and a half to 2 football fields to stop after I run over your ass. So even after I hit you, I'm going to be a football field and a half to 2 down the road. So, rule of thumb. See how that car give us enough room. Didn't trigger the AI camera for being too close. feel you on that, Tattoo. Yeah. Yeah, they aggravate me, but I don't let it get to me. I just make an ass out of them on this channel. Show everybody how stupid they are. Because I know about half of these Peckerwoods out here that do that dumb shit, when they see themselves on YouTube or Facebook, they're the ones that are in my comment box acting stupid. Because somebody made an ass out of them. We are here in Abilene, Texas. Wednesday morning on I-20 West. We're headed to Casa Grande, Arizona. For any of y'all stunning stack of sunshine weren't with me yesterday, he'll figure out I didn't answer. I'm probably on the line. Good morning to you too there, buddy. Lansing, good morning. How you doing, Will? Baker, good to see everybody this fine Wednesday morning. We're gonna have us a good easy peasy ride out here as far as we can go. Oh, she good, Tattoo. She good. She got a belly full of pizza and cheese sticks last night as well as dog food. She's a happy dog. And I let her run loose in the big grassy field for a while. She had her a ball yesterday afternoon in Ranger after we parked up at the Loves. Got her out, let her get some exercise. She was happy. She pretty much slept all night last night. So I guess she was pretty whooped after her little hour or so exercise. Oh yeah. Ain't nobody, Tattoo, gonna look at this dog and say she is mistreated or deprived. That dog is the epitome of sport right. And I know I spoiled her, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I talk a lot of shit to her, but at the end of the day, I still love that dog to death. You'd be better off punching me in the nose than messing with that dog. Oh yeah, she loved them biscuits now. She loved them sausage biscuits. I heard that, baby. I did probably the longest stretch I ever done was 5 months straight. Morning, Mama. Good to see you. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope everybody has a beautiful holiday week. Shoot my little nephew a message. I'm gonna put y'all on pause just a minute and I'll be right back. Alright, we back. Throw my little nephew a message telling we was live on YouTube. Ooh, the fun of it all. How you doing, Alfonso? Good to see you. Captain Draggy's packer right here. Gonna drag his nuts beside me. Oh, you all good, backwoods? Getting around these numb nuts of Abilene. You'd have been doing that, getting on the interstate, you'd have been in front of him instead of beside me, peckerhead. Well, be honest with you there, Baker, it might be a good dinner, but I couldn't get by the smell of Flying J to eat it. I'm not a big fan of Flying J. Every time I ever walked in one of them, it smelled like the bathroom ain't been cleaned in 2 years. Them some bitches are nasty as shit nowadays. I'd rather make me some sliced turkey sandwiches out of some sandwich meat. Really. But I appreciate the heads up. Yeah, they suck. You might find 1 out of 10 that's clean enough to walk into. Partly because Flying J and Pilot, TA and Petro, they do franchise. And these Arabs will buy that franchise and turn a old raggedy ass gas station into a Pilot or a Flying J, Petro or TA truck stop. Mama, look up Backwoods 389. Put Backwoods up there and put 389 behind it. It should pull it up for you. Mercy. The fun of it all here in Abilene, Texas. No problem, Momo. Yeah, we got a good little ride here out to Casa Grande, Arizona. We are reloading at the same place we're delivering. Our reload is going to take us up to the northwest. We're going to be going just south of Seattle, Washington. We're going to deliver in a place called Auburn, Washington. Headed out to Casa Grande, Arizona there, Jim. We delivered some from Daisy Distribution out of Garland, Texas. I got a load of sour cream this time. Last time I came out here, I had a load of cottage cheese. I hear you, Mountain Momo. His page is a little bit different from mine, so I'm pretty sure you'll like his. Well, it's going to be about 1,400 something miles, Jim. So, it'll take me about, I'd say 2.25 days getting up there. How you doing, Bobby? if you don't take care of yourself out there, Bobby, and exercise, it's not hard to put on 40 pounds. That's why I cook for myself out here rather than eat out. Well, I can make it up there in 2 days there, Jim. Be honest with you. I can push it, be up there, be within a couple hours in 2 days. But there ain't no point doing that. I'm picking up Friday and I don't deliver till Monday. Yeah, that part, Jim, that's my only worry right there. Getting into some bad weather. Not a dipshit. Bomb Truck Charlie here. Yeah, Baker, I fry all my shit in my skillet. Them bad food restaurants is what fucks you up. There ain't none of that bad food healthy. I hear you, Bobby. There ain't nothing wrong being married. I've been married 14 years. End of December, I'll start my 13th year out here. But that's what keeps me and my wife married. We both stubborn and bullheaded. This is America, dude. It ought to give it away that we're speaking English. Well, welcome to Texas. We're going to be running through a lot of little towns through here. I heard that, Bobby. There ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Marriage is a beautiful thing. Me and my wife in 14 years, we have put it together and had our ups and downs and outs, but we managed to start 2 successful businesses and we're still going. We co-own this trucking company together and we co-own her spiritual shop together. So she runs one business at home and I run the other one on the road. We got too much time invested in each other to go anywhere else. All right, Jim. All right. Hell, even when I go home for a few days out here off the road, hell, I don't get to take a break. My wife puts me to work 2 days at the house. How you doing, Tristan? Fixing to be 12 full years, starting 13, Tristan. I've got about 1,300,000 under my belt in miles. No tickets, no accidents. Yeah, Anthony. Truck drivers suck ass, so do animal molesters like you. Won't you leave them poor little animals alone and quit raping them? Shitheads like you need to be poster children for birth control. I bet your mama regrets not swallowing your ass. No, Tristan, I've got no accidents, no tickets. How you doing, Chevy? I appreciate that, y'all. We are 20 West, about 24 miles from Sweetwater, Texas. That's where we celebrated Monkey Dog's 5th birthday. There's that old Texas State boy over there on that eastbound side. Eastbound 20, eastbound 20. Got a big bad bear story for you. We got a Kojak with a Kodak sitting over on that eastbound side. Bun, 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 he's waiting in the grass for all y'all deer jammers that's listening. He's about a mile past the 270, eastbound, a mile past the 270. He got a Kojak with a Kodak in it, sitting in the grass. Thank you, Tristan. Chris, we over here on I-20 running through Merkel, Texas. Hello back to Japan. And electric, if you're trying to be a media troll this morning, go somewhere else before you get your feelings hurt. I'm gonna make you pussy bleed, electric. You're gonna be butthurt. Quit being a poster child for birth control. Don't come on here being somebody whose mama should have swallowed and not conceived. I'm letting you know. I'm trying to save you from getting the butthurt. Trying to save you from having to go Dollar General and get that 2-for-1 Maxi Pad sale because your pussy's bleeding for fucking with me. Well, apparently you ain't gonna listen. I'm not an animal molester like you. I'm not one of them people that likes to take a donkey dick up the ass while you're licking a set of balls. So, you can have a good day, you pathetic excuse for an individual. Goodbye. Yeah, Chris, I've been over around close to Ripley a few times. Here and there. That's right, Momo. Y'all say bye to a dipshit. We're going to have a bunch of them this morning. I've never understood the fascination why these low IQ, pathetic excuses are out here trolling in social media, thinking they somebody with that dumb shit. All righty there, Shadow. Enjoy your strolling. Bun. Dealing with dumbasses on the media is always fun. Now the Texas dipshit. These motherfuckers are stupid. Speed limit 75, they doing 85. I've never understood how all these people out here get fucking speeding tickets. They get them every day. And Desmond gonna get up here and slow down in front of me. Better get back up on that gas, Bendel. Or I'll run over your poot ass. Look at this crack monkey. He's trying to do 100 in a Jeep. You better slow down. That piece of shit ain't gonna hold together. The idiots are loose. Day before Thanksgiving. We're gonna see a lot of stuck-on stupid morons today. Truck drivers included. There goes Salami Sam, the Turbine, aka Suburban. You always tell their trucks are always beat all to hell and back. You got that right, Momo. Say that shit again, baby. Tell them about it. Tell them about it, Momo. Tell them to get off their ass, quit being a burden on their parents at 41 years old. Yeah, when I was growing up, I couldn't wait to turn 18, get the hell away from the house. I don't know what's wrong with these mofos today. Shit, I was ready to get up, get away from the house, do my own thing, and see the world, and I've done it. I've got a whole box of been there, done that t-shirts in my shed. How you doing, Marv? Yeah, Mama, oh hell, I done been married and divorced 3 different damn times. I ain't never go back and live with my mom and daddy. I think I came home once after my mom and dad was divorced, and I stayed with my dad for a little while, helped them out, got myself up on my feet, got me a place to live, and I was gone. I wasn't there 6 months. But I was working and I helped him out with his bills while I was there. Okay, well, hello back to the Netherlands. Awesome, beautiful country. Definitely got a beautiful country there, buddy. Got to see it one time a long time ago. Definitely beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Come on, Florida. Son, you ought to be hugging that yellow line over there and cutting the mustard instead of weeble wobbling in the middle of the lane. I heard that, Momo. A lot of folks can't say that, baby. A lot of them can't say it. Like I told everybody yesterday, I'm going to tell everybody today, I'm not going to be live tomorrow. I will put up short reels on the pages, but I'm not going to be live on YouTube or Facebook tomorrow. Me and Moki Dog going to take the day off. I'm probably going to shoot a lot of video footage tomorrow. We're going to let everybody enjoy their holiday, and I'm going to take a day off and relax. My parents told me after I got grown, got out on my own, if I got in the vines, well, you better figure it out, son. That's what we had to do. How you doing, That? Good to see you. Good morning to you. Time we hit El Paso, we're going to be getting in the mountain time zone, going over into New Mexico and El Paso, Texas area. Well, it's 9:46 right now where I'm at. When we get over there, we'll go back an hour. Way back to be in Sweetwater, Texas. We westbound and down, headed to Casa Grande, Arizona. Still chilly this morning, still 47 degrees. I know while we were there in Ranger at the Love, I've seen a lot of skateboards loaded down with drill bite. There was even a workover rig for these wellheads, these pumpers out here. We passed it on the road. It's probably going to work somewhere. So the oil field's picking back up, and that's a good sign. When that oil field picks back up, this economy's going to pick back up. That's putting millions of people back to work. People who have been suffering for the last 4 years. Glad to see that. The Jake brake is called the Jacobs brake. There, Momo. It's a component in the engine set up to slow the engine down, to help this truck slow down along with your regular brakes. It'd take too much to sit down and break it down and explain to you exactly how it works. But it's an internal brake inside the engine of these diesels to help slow the truck down. We'll just make it that simple. It creates back. Everybody calls it a Jake brake, which Jake is short for Jacobs. They kind of simplified it in the trucking industry, where you're not saying the Jacobs brake, just call it the Jake brake. Because a lot of folks named Jacob, a lot of people refer to him as Jake. So when you hear that noise, that's a little bit of my Jake brake. The fun of it all. That's probably the fastest that Warner trailer's ever been. That's an independent pulling that. Right now I'm in Sweetwater, Texas. I-20 West. Coming into construction here in Sweetwater. Morning, Robert. Good morning to you too, Challenge. We're going to be in and out of this construction on 20 all the way down to I-10. Then we'll be back in it when we get to El Paso. Like they said, that's some new power poles out there on them big steel ones. Boy, you don't want to run off the road and hit that song, huh? You will tear your shit up. Yeah. Oh, mercy. Now, there's another blue light special on shoulder of the road. I'll be the second state boy we've seen this holiday Wednesday. Little young man learned quit driving stupid. Speed limit 75 out here. Ain't no reason to be doing more than 75. Unless you just flat out a dummy. Texas has got some of the highest speed limits in the country. But yeah, these dumbasses still get tickets. Yeah, it's pretty sunny out here, Andre. Nice blue sky, sunshiny day. Just be glad when that sun gets up and heats it up a little bit. How you doing, Richard? Good morning. Good to see you. Which I'm surprised. We've only had to boot a couple of trolls off this morning, not very many yet. Nope, DD. We were home for Thanksgiving last year. I'm gonna go home for Christmas this year. I alternate out holidays every year of being home. But I did Thanksgiving last year, which I didn't have much choice in the matter. I had some other personal business going on that I had to go home for Thanksgiving. I was going to do Christmas last year, but that kind of got messed up with the personal business. So this year we're going to do Christmas. Anytime you move over to pass somebody, you always got a dipshit in the right trying to speed up and run around you. I heard that, Snow. I do 70 miles an hour in this truck. Whether the speed limit's 70, 75, 80, I do 70. I'm in no hurry. I plan my trips on 70 miles an hour average. That's why I'm always on time. I'm never late. Unless a shipper or receiver holds me up. Bingo, how you doing? Well, for some of them, Momo. Yeah, some of them ain't got out of bed yet because they still busy laying in the basement on the couch. Aggravating their mama wanting them to cook breakfast. Sam and so. But I have done a little research, Momo, and about 75% of these media trolls out here, they're the ones that got picked on in school, and they got some mental issues going on with their brain, and instead of going to get therapy, they tried to be an online bully because some rude, ignorant person bullied them when they were a kid. That's all it boils down to. They think they're a big person to try to bully somebody online because they were bullied. I heard that, Richard. Well, ain't nothing wrong with being retired, Richard. DD, we gonna be in one of them parts coming right here on once we get on I-10 down here outside of El Paso. From El Paso to El Paso, all the way across to Tucson, Arizona, and Phoenix area is about some of the most remote areas you can be in. Some of the other areas is up on I-80 in Montana, up through Montana and Oregon. Well, not Montana, but Wyoming and Oregon, and Montana. Montana's pretty remote up there on I-90. There ain't a whole lot up there. Trying to let all these left lane crackadoodles get on up the damn road. They in such a damn big ass hurry to run over everybody. And trying to get to that left lane, go around this damn dump bottom here. But you gotta wait on crackheads to get out of the way that want to try to do 90 to 100 miles an hour through town. How you doing, Warren? Good morning. Welcome to Sweetwater, Texas, though. This is the big town of Sweetwater. We're trying to get around Decaf Danny here, working for the construction company. I heard that challenge. Yeah, we pretty much run a lot of places there, buddy. I run all over the place. I got this stupid AI camera talking shit. We in a 75 mile an hour speed zone, and she's telling me I'm doing over the speed limit at 70. So she can bite my right nut and make the left one jealous. Rubale Road, though. Up ahead is there. They got Lums here in Sweetwater. I've stayed there. Pretty nice place. They've done remodeled most of the Loves down through here. Made them better. Upgraded the insides of the stores. Upgraded the parking lots on a few of them. $3.64 a gallon here. I paid $3.48 before I left Dallas. Not a dipshit. I advise people don't cut in front of trucks that quick. One day it's going to cost you your life. Especially going downhill. I can't get over for this god knocker. Gotta wait on the left lane crackadoodle. People, don't come on the interstate like that dragging your titties. You need to be doing 75 miles an hour getting on the interstate. That's why there's no speed limit sign on the on ramp. Learn how to drive. You put us truckers in a goddamn bind with idiots in the left lane and the queen of the drag your titty committee in the right. You get on them on ramps. Whatever the posted speed limit is, you need to be doing it. I'll barely go into New York State. Go nowhere near it. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. We have a lot of glitchy service through here, even though we're in town. I wish there was something I could do to keep it from cutting in and out. The only option I got is to go get a Wi-Fi box to put in the truck, but we're weighing that option right now. Alrighty. Welcome to the little town of Roscoe, Texas. It ain't very big, y'all. Probably about 100 people. They had just redone all this right here. Finally got through with all the construction and got it back open real good. It was a construction nightmare through here for a while. Ooh, man alive, the fun of it all. And like I said before, a lot of y'all just popping in. Happy Thanksgiving week to all of y'all.
Exit on the left to I-20 West.
Hope y'all enjoy your holidays with your family. Ooh, mercy. I'm in Texas.
Take the exit on the left to I-20 West.
I-20 West in Texas. We rolling down I-10 head towards El Paso and then on over to Arizona.
Continue on I-20.
Ooh, mercy. We kind of just slept. We could have got up and got rolling 4 or 5 hours ago, but I gave it a little bit of time, didn't leave too quick, give the morning traffic enough time to die down, because it's a nightmare through here early morning hours, especially if a few folks is working today. do it, Momo. They got certain trucking routes that they can get through there. I know quite a few folks that have done it. I'm not going to do it because it's just actually too stupid. Doing pretty good, buddy. How about you? I know we've definitely been enjoying this morning. Clicking along, just dealing with the few, the proud, the crack-a-doodles of the American highways. The numbnuts that they choose to give driver's license to that should be in an Uber. Old Farmer Bread out there, been out doing the morning work with the tractor. Got the old John Deere hooked up and going on service road. That big son of a fish taking up the whole damn service road. Both lanes. That's a lot of money rolling right there, y'all. And my cotton fields down through him. They've been harvesting and baling that cotton up, sending them to the mills. I'm headed to Casa Grande, Arizona there, Jesus. Casa Grande, Arizona. Got a load of sour cream. I just left Dallas. That's where I picked this load up at, Saint. I ain't too particularly fond of Dallas, but I delivered in Fort Worth yesterday morning. Drove over to Garland on the northeast side of Dallas. Picked this load of sour cream up and got my ass out of Dallas yesterday as fast as I could. We got loaded ahead of schedule, so I got out before it got super stupid. It was on its way to being stupid, but we got out of there. Made it out to Ranger, Texas and parked up. I didn't have to park up when I did, but I was tired of that sunset in my face. Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Texas, to me is worse than Houston or Dallas. I ain't never seen so much crazy ass shit on 35 through Austin, Texas. I jump off just above Austin on them toll roads and run around that dude. It ain't worth driving through Austin. Yeah, you're right about that, son. Internet service sucks. Like I said, you can't never get over from people on the shoulder because you got oopsie dipshits in the left lane that just cannot get up on it and go. They'll see somebody on the shoulder and they'll deliberately slow down half of them and take their time getting around you. We just in a bad service area, Momo. I wish I could do something about it. You out here in West Texas like this, the internet is hard to keep in place. Welcome to Colorado City, Texas. Another big little town in the middle of nowhere. Ain't nothing but cotton fields around here. Get your ass up here. Don't be sitting there talking that shit for me behind this damn cab. You got your fat ass back there, you can get your fat ass up here. Get in your seat. Sit down and behave. It ain't time to stop yet. Don't even get up here starting your shit, Momo. We got about an hour. We're going to be doing a 30-minute break. At that point in time, I'll take a break from the live and get ready to do the Facebook Live. Going to kind of have it up today early. And we're going to spend the rest of the day and tomorrow shooting videos. Momo, go lay down. We're getting on my nerves. Today ain't the day. Not gonna be harassed. I'll get you out when we stop. Oh, not too much there, buddy. What's up with you, Randy? We out here on 20 West, clicking along, headed towards El Paso in Arizona. About 30 minutes from Big Springs. Dealing with that rough ass highway. Well, DD, the only thing in trucking that's changed since I started is the freight rates have gotten to rock bottom because of all the illegals out here on the road running the freight dirt cheap and driving the price down for the rest of us. The faster they get rid of them, that and which case when I started they were already putting the e-logs into effect, was already in effect, so that's another thing. They went from paper logs to electronic logs. That was a big change. How you doing, Kevin? Yeah, that'll be between this run and that run, that'll net us about 2,500 miles for the week. About 500 short from making our 3,000, but we ran over 3,500 this past week, so it'll balance out. We still gonna have a 12,000 mile month. So in 4 weeks, I'll have over 12,000 miles for the month. Yeah, we're gonna enjoy it. We ain't too happy about going up into the northwest, but especially this time of year with the weather. So we're gonna have fun with that. Yeah, it's a little change of pace, but it's the wrong time of year to be changing my pace. I'd rather sit down here running back and forth, stay the hell out of ice and snow. And had to deal with all that crazy weather up there. I'd rather sit here for 2 or 3 weeks running back and forth from Casa Grande to Dallas. It would get old and get boring, but hell of a lot better than dealing with them ugly words up there. See what kind of dumb shit they're gonna give us coming out of there. And don't worry, that wasn't a night transportation truck. That was somebody else pulling Knight's trailer. Knight don't have nothing that runs that fast. Yeah, I don't doubt it. That new deportation orders eliminating half of their workforce, and now they're going to be forced to hire American people, legal citizens, and create jobs for the American people instead of giving them away to people who walk into this country illegally. Those people are taking the money and the food out of American households here that could be working. So they're eliminating that shift for right now till they can figure their budget out. they'll end up having to add that shift back, but they're eliminating the shift so they can hire new employees to replace the ones they lost. You might better reboot yours, Tracy. My video feed ain't blurry. It's showing clear as a bell on my end. Well, I rebooted it just in case. Hey, ain't no problem, Tracy. Sometimes it's on other people's end, sometimes it's on mine. You never know with this service out here. How you doing, Big E? Welcome to West Texas. I-20. Again. That's cool, Big E. We just out in taking us a little Thanksgiving Day week stroll to Casa Grande, Arizona. We gonna deliver there Friday. I heard that. Man, oh mercy, not a night shift. That's messed up. I used to hate working them hours. I heard that, Big E. Well, it's like 10:30 in the morning over here. Yep, the fun of it all, y'all. Clicking along today. I heard that. Yeah, that's a rough shift. Lord knows I've had my fair share of them. Working for some of these companies out in that I've worked for over the years. I always hated that graveyard shift. It sucked. Well, I've pretty much got 12 years in the bag, fixing to start 13. I ain't never drove no car hauler, but I've hauled dry van, reefer, and one step deck, one 48-foot step deck dovetail one time. I really don't want the responsibility of them vehicles on my back. Too much bullshit if something happens to one of them. Yeah, I mean, it's each to his own in this out here in this trucking industry. I got a buddy that loves the hell out of flatbed. Don't want to do nothing but flatbed. Me, that's too much work. Like I said, everybody's got their own love of the road out here. I promised everybody I was going to do a few hours on the live today on my YouTube and my Facebook. So we're going to get these few hours in on here, and then I'm going to take a 30-minute break here in a little while. Weather's pretty good. Cloudy right now. Other than that, it's been nice out here. Just now getting up to 50 degrees. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. Yeah, we on 20 West, headed back to Casa Grande, Arizona. Another daisy load. This time we ain't got cottage cheese, we got sour cream. I've supposedly got 42,000 pounds of sour cream. But if you get right down to it, we're gonna see.
Good morning, you stunning stack of...
I don't know who the fuck that is. They quit calling my phone. They said they put 42,800 pounds on the truck. They actually put 43,760 pounds on the truck. So that's one thing at these distribution centers you got to remember. Anytime they give you a printed bill with a weight on it, add about 2,000 to 3,000 pounds to it. Because they're always off about 2,000 or 3,000 pounds. Last time we was out here at Daisy, they said they put 43,600 pounds on my trailer. After I scaled it, I had 46,000 and some change. How you doing, Rose? Well, they estimate in there, Jared. They don't calibrate them damn pallet scales in there like they should. So their pallet scales will be out of calibration. They might put a pallet on there and say it weighs 1,800 pounds, and in reality, it weighs 2,200 or 2,500. So that day at Daisy, when they had me overweight on the drives, they took one pallet off. Said that pallet, they told me that pallet was 1,800 pounds. But they dropped the weight of the truck about 2,600 pounds. They don't spend the money to have the weight measurements department come in there and calibrate all their scales. They have their maintenance man come in there and calibrate them, and they still ain't accurate. Another dipshit, y'all. Another cocksucker that can't use a wide open lane to get ahead of him fast. Tell you the worst distribution center I dealt with was Dollar Tree Dedicated. They would print you a bill saying 37,000 pounds of freight, and they'd be 48,000 pounds on the trailer. and you be 2,000 or 3,000 pounds over on the rear axles of the trailer, and have to bring the damn thing back, spend the night there waiting on them to take 2,000 or 3,000 pounds off, just so you can go make a 4-stop delivery, and then get mad because the load's delayed for their stupidity. But Dollar Tree didn't put it on by the box. They had a conveyor system, and their conveyor system weighed the freight by the weight of the box coming down the conveyor belts. And that damn thing was so fucked up it wasn't even funny. They got mad at me because I'd bring every damn one of them overweight bitches back. Well, why can't you just run it? Because I'm not paying for the overweight ticket, asshole. If you'll give me a signed paper with your name on it, stating that you're going to pay all the overweights that I get just running it, I'll just run them. But until you do that and take responsibility for the fines, I'm not going to do it. And I kept telling a lot of them dedicated drivers up there that were company drivers, y'all need to quit doing that shit. This is why they give me a hard time, because the rest of you just run it. And one of those drivers, he was going to be slick. He got on the back roads trying to run around the I-40 scale in Brownsville, Tennessee. Well, an old state trooper that lives on that road was waiting on his ass. Brought him back to the Brownsville scale. Fined him for dodging the scale. Fined him for being over bridge law in Tennessee, which is a 41-foot mark. He was 6 holes over bridge law. Made him set the bridge law and get back on the scale, wrote him an overweight on the drives and the tandems. By the time that old boy got out of there, by the time he got out there, he had close to $7,000 in fines. Plus they DOT'd his truck. Wrote him up for all kind of violations on that truck. He was one of them, oh, I'm just going to run it. Yeah, he ran it. Got him about a $7,000 education. That's one thing about Tennessee. You over that bridge law, they charge $250 a hole. So however many holes past bridge law that you are, that's $250 a hole. Then they're going to make you set it on bridge law and put you back on the scale. And if you're overweight on the rear axle, they're gonna take a little bit of that overweight, put it on your drive tires, put you overweight on your drives, then they're gonna put you overweight on your tandems. And God forbid, if you're overgross, you're gonna be out of service. They'll make you sit there till they send another truck over to get the overgross weight off. So, don't be dumb, don't be stupid. Anything over 36,000 pounds, put it on that kitty cat scale and check it. Trust me, I didn't do that with a little short run out of Dallas up to Oklahoma. I got me my first overweight in 13 years. Cost me $500 fucking. And they wrote me a warning on the overgrowth, because I was overgrowth and overweight. That cop cut me a break by giving me a warning on that overgrowth. That should have been about $1,000+ ticket. Right now we in West Texas, Becky, I-20 West. That's the only overweight I've ever gotten in my life in 13 years. And I can promise you for the rest of my career, I will never get another one. Ever. I ran down south through Dallas, got on 45, went down to Hutchinson there, that Love's out coming out of Dallas and weighed this dude. Nope, Stephen, I am not off for Thanksgiving. Holidays out here don't mean shit. Trucking industry runs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. It's up to the driver whether or not he wants to be home for the holidays. And I'm not doing Thanksgiving this year, I'm going to do Christmas. No, this ain't the dude on TV, on them videos. I'm not Uncle Rob and I ain't Soft Hands. I'm trucking with Uncle Jeff. But I appreciate you. Appreciate you thinking that. Freeway closed up ahead. All traffic must use exit. Boy, this sucks. Exit 173. So we're going to have to get off on 173 and follow a detour. They got the interstate shut down ahead of us. Lovely. Well, this is gonna suck, guys. Oh, you alright, buddy? Yeah, I've watched a few of their videos. Old Uncle Rob's a pretty funny guy. He calls that boy, that nephew he is a Soft Hands. They got I-20 shut down today, God forbid. Hopefully ain't no idiot done run over another idiot. But we're going to have to get off at the 173 up here and take a detour. That sucks. I hope it ain't a long detour. Yes, sir, I was up in Spokane probably about a month ago. I came up there and delivered a 2-stop load up there in Spokane. Then I left from there and dropped down and picked up a load of onions and came all the way to Georgia with it. Okay, buddy. Well, that's cool. Yes, sir, I've been in Spokane. Yeah, we went all the way to Georgia with that load of onions. Did a T-call on it there in Atlanta. It was going to a Walmart distribution on the other side of Atlanta. We wasn't going to sit on the load for 2 days. This is I-20 West in West Texas. Yep, I own my truck. I've been an owner-operator for 11 years now. I don't fully own this one right now. I'm still paying notes on it. But here in the next couple of years, I will own it. I usually buy them and pay them off within 3.5 years. Well, Stephen, we're headed to Casa Grande, Arizona. I'm in Big Springs, coming into Big Springs right now, Stephen. I'm 4.3 miles from Big Springs. We got to get off and take a detour up here at the 173 because the interstate's shut down. Don't know if it's for construction or if somebody had a bad wreck. Either way the cup goes, that's gonna suck. But we got plenty of time to deal with the detours. We don't deliver till Friday morning. And right now we're only 10 hours away. Heard that, Jared. It's not a bad little route. If it wasn't for the bad highways and all the damn construction, it'd be even better right now. They got a shitload of construction down through Midland and Odessa. And that's probably why they got the interstate shut down. So I don't know if we're going to be on the service road or what. Guess we're going to find out when we get up here. We ain't got that far to the 173. Come on, buddy. Find the gas pedal on that Chevrolet you got in dragging your nuts. English, buddy. We don't speak Arabic or read Arabic on here. Hit your translator, Mobine. Yeah, gotta keep your eyes peeled. It was probably you that farted there, butt face, while you was sucking on them donkey nuts. Yeah, we ain't cutting up going up to Wichita like that. That'd be out of our way. Right now I'm in Big Springs, Texas. There, Jamie. Yeah, Warren. They got a service road we can get on to get around anything on the interstate. We ain't got to go up and around out through the back boonies to get around this shit. gonna see. We ain't that far from it. Trying to keep my eyes open for the traffic back up. But this is Big Springs, Texas. Woohoo, y'all. These Arabs gonna find out real quick you hauling ass down through here like a dummy. We ain't got but about 5 miles to the exit. Well, go for it. They ain't got a bad school. It's up to you in that Swift school whether you learn right from wrong. There, Ed. I went to their CDL training. Got my CDL through them. Drove 2 years company bar. And right now, I've been my own boss for 10, 11 years. Got over 1 million miles and no accidents, so they're not as bad as they're made out to be on social media. They are a major company and they do cheeky shit to their drivers. But that's every company out here. You're not going to company drive for nobody and not get treated like shit. Every company out here does that. But they are a good starter place to get a CDL. Get you a CDL, give them a couple of years company, get your experience up, then get your ass out and go wherever you want to go. Now what kind of stupid question is that? Our Marlboro Red's a good choice. Give me a break, dude. If that's your attempt to be funny games on here, you fail it miserably. I wouldn't know. I don't smoke Marlboro Reds. No problem, man. They are a good starter company to get you some experience. And their accident rate's a lot lower than people make it out to be. So don't buy into the social media bullshit. Swift at it again. 90% of them videos are Visa drivers and illegals pulling Swift trailers. Everybody just looks at the trailer in them videos. They don't look at the truck. We're gonna see if it's closed down here in about 3 miles. If they don't make us exit at the 173, then we'll know somebody forgot to turn the sign off. Well, that's it, Momo. Everybody gets on social media talking about Swift at it again. But when you get down for the size of their company and the size of all the other major players out here that have just as many trucks as they do, their accident rate is way less than the worst ones on the road. Swift's having between 500 to 700 accidents a year with all the trucks that they have. Yep, somebody wrecked up here. They cleaning up a wreck, y'all. So, with that being said, FedEx, UPS, Estate, and JB Hunt are just as big as Swift, got just as many trucks, but they have 12 to 1,400 accidents a year. And that's not fabrication, that's the actual fact. You can Google it. You can Google up their accidents per year rate. And Swift ain't even in the upper half of the top 5. They're down in the bottom 10. So, you can't say they're the worst company out here when FedEx, UPS, Estate, and JB Hunt are leading the charge on damages. Accident up ahead there, left lane. Got to get off. You had to pay if people would read signs. Somebody done fucked around and found out up here on 20. Ain't no telling who done something stupid. Could have been a truck driver, it could have been a four-wheeler and a truck driver. You never know. Got too many dummies with CDLs and driver's license out here. So it's probably just going to be getting everybody off up here on the service road to get around it. Unfortunately, y'all. Holiday week crackheads driving stupid. Inconvenience everybody else because you can't drive right. Dude, quit weeble wobbling in the road. All you gotta do is just creep along and drive straight. This turbine Suburban right in front of me is losing his fucking mind. This happens every day out here. Every day, y'all. Hey, y'all know everybody's gonna creepy crawl to be nosy. Momo, 99% of these foreigners are not driving big fine ass rigs or fancy rigs. 90% of them have bought a rolling wreck off a used lighter from an individual that's fallen all to pieces. And 90% of them have got a decent looking rig from the start. Within the first 6 months, they done tore that son of a bitch all to hell and back. Got a four-way stop up here. Yeah, I've seen very, very few that had nice trucks, Momo. Some of them that do have a few decent rides, you can't even walk by them. They stink so damn bad. They got people up here mediating the traffic to get everybody around the wreck. How you doing, Seven? Get up here and see what kind of wreck we had. These people are waving y'all on. Just fucking drive. You ain't got to stop. Just drive. They're waving you on. They're all scared to death to fucking drive. Yeah, backwoods, somebody zigged when they should have zagged up in somewhere. Bitch, the speed limit on this little road is 55 miles an hour. Suck nuts. Have somebody done got their ass in trouble with their little dump body. Done getting DOT'd in the middle of a wreck, too. I see everybody getting on it. Oh, there's a truck wreck, y'all. Right there. He tore the shit out of that damn two trucks. Two dummies done got into each other. Two turbines of bourbons done collided. Yeah, that was Texas DPS. He DOTing that garbage hauler. Got two turbines of bourbons done run into each other, weeble wobbling in the road, probably having phone sex with their camels and run into each other. Blocked up the whole damn interstate being stupid. Well, the good thing was it wasn't a bad delay. We back out on the highway. Two dum-dums that probably shouldn't have a CDL don't run into each other. How y'all run into each other, passing each other? That's what I want to know. Probably had the flip-flops on the dash. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, 7. That's right, 7. Absolutely right. That's the very reason why, even though it's 75 out here, we do 70. Ain't got to be in no hurry. I don't know. They might have both been on the same. They both might be having the same affair with the camel. They was fighting each other over who was going to win the camel. Point being is, if they weren't given that CDL, they wouldn't have been an accident right there this morning, and they wouldn't have been on the road. So here's a shout out to the federal government. Quit being stupid, trying to line your pockets with fucking trade agreement money, and bringing idiots over here who are untrained and unqualified to drive commercial trucks in the United States. Leave their ass where you found them. "78% of our accidents out here are from idiots that should not be here and have driver's license, whether they be regular driver's license or CDLs. Stop giving them out." Them peckerwoods in Washington, D.C. hand them CDLs out to these peckerheads like prizes in a Cracker Jack box. And then wonder why we got the problems we have out here in these highways. Oh, we need to govern the trucks down. We have too many truck accidents. Y'all created the truck accidents. You give a bunch of unqualified idiots CDLs. You don't need to govern the trucks down. You need to get the unqualified idiots off the road. Fix the problem. Quit trying to put a Band-Aid and blame something else. That's the way I look at it. But the federal motor carriers want to blame it on the trucks driving too fast. Never mind those 400,000 dumbasses unqualified to be behind the wheel of a truck that you gave a CDL to for your fabricated driver shortage. That there never has been a shortage on drivers. There's been a shortage on companies that would pay drivers that were qualified. That's the only shortage that's ever been out here in the trucking industry. And don't get me wrong, I have no problem with anybody. I don't care where they come from. Bumfuck, Egypt, wherever. They come here, become a citizen, go to school and learn how to do the job, you're more than welcome to be out here trucking with me on the road any day. But a peckerhead that just gets thrown in a truck that ain't never been to school, no, sir. Your ass needs to get the fuck off the road. Because for every one dumbass unqualified in these trucks is on this road, you're putting hundreds of lives a day in jeopardy. And that's bullshit. And that wreck right back there, just from looking at that wreck, shows me there was two unqualified idiots at the wheel of them trucks. At least one. Because one was in the right lane, one was in the left lane. And they're trying to separate the trailers right now. They done got the trucks out of the way, they're trying to separate the trailers. So that means one or the other, or both, failed to maintain their lane going under that overpass. Which is not a hard thing to do in these trucks. We got a lot of people out here, I will say this, we got a lot of people out here who had piss poor training that have a CDL. Did not have good teachers training. That is another flaw, but it's not the biggest flaw. That makes up about 15%. $75% of it is unqualified, untrained. 15% of it are poorly trained drivers, and the remainder of the accident rate is just wrong place, wrong time. Not everybody out here is cut out to do this kind of work. That's just a fact. A lot of them out here need to accept and go on. A lot of people can't even drive a car, much less get in this big rig and drive it. Be like me taking a few of my kids, and I've done road with them while they were driving in a car, and putting them in the seat of this Peterbilt and letting them drive it down the road. That would be a bad idea on my part, because they can't drive a car, much less drive this truck. They think they know how to drive, but in reality they don't. And I love my kids to death, but I got a few of them that cannot drive. That's just stone cold fact. And I love my kids to death. So, I don't nobody taking that I'm one-sided on it. There's a bunch of American drivers out here with CDLs that have been piss poor trained. They couldn't much drive a car, much less drive a truck. And how they got their CDL, I don't know. But they only make up about 15 to 20% of the bad drivers on this road. main one just passed me right there. That's the most untrained, unprofessional drivers are working for Amazon Prime. Because why? The federal government gives them a tax discount for bringing these immigrants over here, giving them a contract. The government gives them money to go buy a truck, and they got a guaranteed drive to haul Amazon freight. This is why your Amazon freight, you get free shipping on it, because they ain't paying them dog shit to haul their freight. For what Amazon pays them foreigners there that they bring in this country and get, and the government gives them an illegal CDL to haul freight with, I wouldn't piss on that freight rate. They ain't making nothing but peanuts. Yeah, that's true, Brandon. Well, we're getting out of this construction zone, so now we can get back up to speed. Well, the problem is, Brandon, is not enough of these states are breaking, getting down on them hard enough. Some states are putting them out of service and towing the trucks. But you still got other states out here that are putting them out of service, and then after they're out of service, letting them go. Places like New Mexico, California. So with that being said, those states are not doing their job. Or they should be arresting them and deporting them. They're putting them out of service and then letting them get down the road. I seen a video last night. Little old gal's got a paid video page on Facebook, and Facebook like me. A no English speaking driver who was put out of service, and then the DOTs let him leave in that truck, and he ended up coming over on top of her driving down the road and hit her truck and then tried to run. She had to chase him down. He sideswiped her on the interstate. Not less than an hour after being put out of service for not being able to speak English. But there's not enough states doing what they need to be doing. Put these dudes in handcuffs, get them to ICE, and get them deported. They're still slapping them on the wrist and letting them go. Oh, I know, Momo. I know they did. Because you got to understand, there's a lot of senators and congressmen out there, red and blue, who have their hands in trucking companies, who own trucking companies, who are making a goddamn fortune out of paying these some bitches pennies on the dollar to drive the trucks. That's how they're getting away with it. They're the main ones advocating for the truck driver shortage. Just like the assholes that are on the American Trucking Association board. them assholes is the ones that cause this problem. And they got all them senators and congressmen that they give them money for their campaign contributions to help them out so they can pay less money to drivers, put unqualified drivers in the truck, make big money on hauling the freight, while American truck drivers are unemployed because they don't want to pay them. That's the whole scam. That's the facts of it. Cheap labor. Just like all these distribution centers and processing plants. Cheap labor. And every few years they'll do a raid on some places and deport these people, and then they'll come right back across the border and they're back at work for Monday morning. They only do that to put on a show. That's right, Momo. It's all about that money. It's all about sitting in a Congress seat or a Senate seat, coming in the door worth $12 to your name, leaving out 5 to 8 years later worth $200 million. There you have it. This is why we don't discuss that shit on here. But when it revolves around the trucking industry, it's hard not to discuss a little bit of the politics on it, because politics plays a big role in what's going on out here with the trucking industry. Because you got too many big rich trucking company owners that have their hands in the cookie jar. And they had to utilize the government to get their way so they can cut their costs back and stay rich. How you doing, Jack? Come on, dude, because I ain't have no choice but to check up. Got a left lane full of fucking dumbasses. Always dickheads in the left lane. Being crackheads. Yeah, we have a pretty good day. But Jake, welcome to the page, buddy. We are in Midland, Texas right now. Midland, Odessa area. Old Big Papa container cars is rolling today, 5 engines strong. Roll them loaded container cars. That shows you right there that the tariffs ain't interfering with the industry. If that was the case, them trains wouldn't be loaded down. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's all fun and games till the rabbit's got the gun, and it's hilarious. I got for you there, Chevrolet. Big old middle finger in that mirror for being a dildo on his phone. Tailgate. As soon as we get out of Midland and Odessa area, we're going to find somewhere to pull off and do a 30. At that point in time, I'm going to make my exit for today. And we're going to get through with our 30-minute break, take a little break, and then we're going to go over to our Facebook channel and give everybody on there a little bit of time. I do operate 2 media platforms of Trucking with Uncle Jeff, Facebook and YouTube. So if you're following us on YouTube, you can feel free to come over and follow the page on Facebook. All you got to do is look up my name on Facebook. Look for a picture of this red Peterbilt. You'll know you got the right page. You'll see my beautiful wife in the background in her yellow sundress. That way you know you got the right page. Feel free to come over and follow us on our other channel as well. We are almost 16,000 followers strong over on Facebook. Glad to feel that damn heat off that sun. It's warming up a little bit out there. Hallelujah. It was down in the low 40s this morning. I had to put my jacket on to go to the store. Well, like I said, tomorrow we will not be live tomorrow. There will be no lives on Facebook or YouTube tomorrow. I'm taking tomorrow off to myself. I'm going to post up short videos and shoot up some extra content for the 2 pages. Thank you, Momo. I appreciate that. First day me and her met, she had me at hello. I'll tell you that. Here we are 14 years later, we still get it. She is definitely a head turner in public. Better roll up there, Mr. Pickup, because you won't make it. How you doing, Carlos? Welcome to Midlothian, Texas, 920 West. Midland, not Midlothian, Midland. Midlothian is in Dallas. I know you gotta go to the bathroom, Moki. We're gonna be stopping shortly. Just let me get out of town, baby. Stop. Now don't start fucking with me while I'm trying to drive, Moki. You know better. Just chill out till we stop, baby. Find us a little rest there and do a 30 in. Take our little break from Facebook. Make a few little phone calls and take our little break from YouTube, and then we'll go to Facebook. This is Midland and Odessa, Texas area. Go lay down somewhere and quit standing up aggravating me. I know you gotta go to the bathroom, think you do, and I'm gonna get you there, baby. We may pull off in this picnic area right here. That way I can get her out, do my little break, all that good shit. Y'all just remember, be back for Friday. We will be back on here Friday. We're gonna take the Thanksgiving Day off. I'm gonna get Stink Bud out, take my little break, and once we finish up our 30-minute break, we'll come back on the Facebook page. Y'all just remember to come over. Move. Momo, you're getting on my nerves now. Move. Get out in between me and my shifter. You make it damn hard for me to handle this freaking truck. Stop. Well, I want to thank all of y'all today. Hope y'all all have a beautiful and blessed holiday week with Thanksgiving. I'm basically get off of here for a little while, do my little break, make my phone calls, and then we'll be back on live with the Facebook channel. Y'all can look me up at Jeff Mashburn on Facebook. Very easy to find. All you gotta do is look for the Jeff Mashburn with a red Peterbilt in his picture. And hope to see all of y'all over there on the Facebook channel. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed day.